we'll see if anybody's up running around. Well, it shows three people in here, but I don't see a person. There is three people in here. Y'all drop a one in the chat. I know I'm not talking to myself anyway. And it's still hot here in Texas. It's still 94 degrees here. It won't be long, it'll be midnight. I don't get to swim pool very often. I'm gonna have to go find me some water. He never got rocky around water too much. He's gonna get a taste of it this trip. I've been fighting this computer all day trying to unload some pictures on my telephone. Since that lightning knocked this computer out, and half of it don't want to work right. I do need it to. I think I'm sick of pills today. Well, it may not work tonight, but it's pretty quiet. Something cold. Well, maybe this is not a good night to run alive. Well, hello, Daniel. Excuse my manners, but I'm eating a popsicle. I'm cold. You doing all right tonight? Rocky's quiet tonight. He got in trouble. He tore a fella up today. Yeah. I think he's trying to say he's sorry. What? You look at me like that for like what? What? What are you up to tonight, Dan? Dang, is the sound on in this thing? hell, I ain't never seen it this quiet in here. I guess I could start singing, but that'd run everybody off for sure. I used to sing a little bit, and I had two of them left over, and I start singing. They go get the clothes and go to the house. I quit singing around the house. Let me pick up what I knocked off of this. Yeah, we're gonna give this a couple more minutes. We're gonna shut her down. If ain't nobody running around, they knew you so us opening it up. We got other stuff I can be doing. Well, I'll pull the mic here to let it run on its own. Hey, Shoe Devil, how you getting along, girl? Getting anything done on your bus? Oh, I just figured I'd open this thing up for a few minutes and see what everybody was up to. Been putting on my computer all day trying to get it to transfer some pics. Tasha, how you doing? That's a new name, I think. Slowly but surely, huh? Well, it's the first time in. We appreciate you coming in. Oh, okay. My people a little brain. Sometimes you get to trying to read this chat and you miss people. All right. Let's check that out. Have you got a date that you set to try to get on the road, or You just sort of winging it. Hey, what? There's a lot more work in one of them things than people think. And you done it right on the outside. You're gonna have it set up like you want it on the outside. You take your time on the inside. Okay. Well, are you living in your travel trailer or you in a sticks and a brick still? You know what's neat about it though, Shido, is you know how it was put together. If you have trouble with something, you know how to fix it. I think that's the worst part. I've been living in a travel trailer for several years and I still got junk I'm getting rid of. Tasha, where are you from? Yeah, it takes a little time to get rid of it. The normal deal is everybody gets rid of everything they can and then they rent a storage building and keep it for a couple of years and figure out they hadn't used any of it in 2 years, so they sell it out. It's a continual process. Yeah, that's about the normal deal is wind up with a storage building for a couple of years. I'm putting stuff together now. I'm fixing to take a trip here in the next week or two. Go get up in the mountains, get where it's cool. Should have went up there 2 or 3 weeks ago. Get up high enough, it's got to be cool. We got a place in Colorado that I used to deer hunt in September every year. Beautiful, a lot of wildlife. I think this time I'm not going to hunt. I'm just going to look. Only trouble is it takes 2 days to get out of this hot country. I was looking there a while ago. It's still 94 degrees here, nearly midnight. These air conditioners have been getting to work out. I give you a little hint about your bus, and I know everybody's crazy about these split units and stuff like that, but I'm coming back to if I was to build another trailer, you'd have one of the units in it, because that way if something happens to it or it goes out, stop at Walmart, pick another one up, and be back in business in a couple hours. I like simple. You gonna try to go get ready and be ready to go to quarterback this year? Well, you gonna try to work on the road, or you gonna retire, or what? Hey, Carl, how you and them ladies doing? Oh, that's good, Carl. Now that dude that won that $1.55 billion should be set for the rest of his life. I wonder if he'll go broke like a lot of them do. Yeah, somebody in Florida, I think. I got to reading about a lot of the lottery winners. I can't believe somebody win, you know, 40, 50, $60 million wind up having to take bankruptcy 2 years later. Carl, you doing all right? The gal's doing all right tonight? Oh, Oh, I think we all would. I'm pretty spoiled with them what I want to do when I want to do it now. Man, I really would be then. My wife, before she died, we got to talking about that. She said I'd wind up and give the biggest part of it to the kids, and I said I wouldn't. I'd set a trust up where they'd have money the rest of their life, but I wouldn't lay it out there where they could just blow it and be broke. Take care of them from now on with that kind of money. I wonder what the biggest jackpot they've had is. Was that the biggest one, or do they have one bigger than that before? Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, well, I can't say anything about sleeping all night. I'll sleep about 3 or 4 hours, and then I'm up. I might stay up an hour or two and then go back to sleep. Tell Lacey I said hello if she's in there. You know, She Devil, there's a lot of stuff. They're having trouble getting work campers and stuff right now. There's a lot of people that got off in the RV deal, and but they want debt pretty bad getting out of it. Well, there's a lot of channels that I used to follow that's not here anymore. Cookie Monster door. That's cute. I take it you don't live in a HOA. That's the biggest racket in the world. I was watching a deal on those HOAs. Now they've got where they got a national deal and they handle that stuff for a percentage. And they can just let the dudes anywhere they want to. They filed on some HOA here a few days ago that stole $2 or $3 million. The whole board had. They had a way they could siphon that money off, and they got caught at it finally. You know, I'm sort of weird, I guess. But if you buy a place and you're living there and you're taking care of it, I can understand if they got used cars sitting there where that kind of junk. But what color you paint a house ain't none of their damn business. You doing that for them girls, they ought to understand that. It made them girls happy. That's the main thing to help with the neighbors. That'd give them something to talk about anyway. Hell with it. Like that. Hello, Lorraine. Is it still warm down there tonight, gal? It's still in the 90s up here. I like that. Yeah, you about the same as we are then. It was nice this morning here. I like that. Had a buddy of mine that had a white Blazer, Chevrolet Blazer. He said, I got tired of not being able to find that thing in the parking lot. He went in and stripped that thing and painted it up like a zebra. And here it was pretty nice on up to about noon, but the wind was blowing a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how hot it got here, but it was plenty hot. My air conditioner couldn't keep up. I didn't look. I think they were calling for 106, 107. Yeah, you need to do that. I don't ever look around on Facebook too much. Well, my boss is on his best behavior. He tore a pillow up today, and I got all over him. Boy, he's been towing the mark ever since then. I guess that's something I need to pick Rocky up. You'd have to put it in the shade someplace, or it'd be like a hot tub. Yeah, Rocky's in trouble. I don't know what he'd do with one. I don't know if he'd get no. I never have had Rocky around any water. Don't you know the cops get tired of going on them kind of calls? Well, I took the kennel out of here. Rocky don't have a kennel in here. He'll be sold up for a couple of days now. Me hollering at him. Carl's here. I got something popping up on the screen on this thing. I'm gonna do something here. If I time somebody out, y'all don't think nothing about it. Hang on. that affected anybody or not. I don't know where that came from. Not me, I might have hit the wrong button. I don't know what happened on that thing. Hey, you son pig. I guess so. No, we didn't get a drop down here. Did you get some up there, son pig? Oh, we do too. Yeah, them more fish should be taking dust baths for long. We'll be have some of them walking catfish like they had down there in Florida for a while. I ain't heard nothing about them in a long time. I guess they still down there. Yeah, good luck. No rain. Well, we need to send some down here, Carl. Really? You had any luck? Yeah, it don't take long to do that. I spent all day yesterday up there pulling my eyes. Damn, they dilated my eyes, and usually in an hour or so it gets better. Before they must have hit them yesterday. Now wait a minute. You talking about noodling? Now you talking about with your hand or or with jug? Oh, okay. I tell you what, we've had best luck down here with, and it outperforms everything else just day in day out, and that's shad. Yeah, that's called noodling too. You're talking about punch bait. He's talking about using jugs to fish with. It didn't used to be legal in Texas to do that, but now it is. Not my ball game. We had a guy that worked for me that was bad about the rock, we call rock fishing down here. But he was floating down a bank, running his hand up in them holes. He floated by one of them little diamondback water snakes crawled up on the bank, and that snake struck and bit him right on the end of the damn nose. And when he did, that guy slapped him, and I guess he knocked that snake goofy. The snake wouldn't turn loose, and he wasn't in water about chest deep, I guess. And he got to trying to run and slapping at that snake, and finally got that snake off the end of his nose. I wasn't too far from him watching it, and I was laughing so hard I like to drown. But the next day he come to work, and he looked like somebody that took a baseball bat to him. He done beat his face all to pieces trying to slap that snake off his nose. Oh, you talk about a video now. You'd had a video of that, it went viral. Really? Well, again, you're fishing for channels though. I'm fishing for blues down here, so I guess that's a difference. It was funny though. It was funny as hell, she though. No, me either. All right. You go back and look on some of my videos. I got one in there that kayaks and cottonmouth, and it's where a cottonmouth crawl up in the back of a kayak with it. I've got to be a little exciting. Them damn water snakes got a bad attitude too. One like I've never fished. Down here, there used to be snakes all on that Bradley. And since them hogs about to stick in here, fire ants and stuff, you don't hardly ever see a damn snake anymore. You watch the video, it's funny and it's not. Hey, Cookie, how you doing, buddy? There's the Cookie Monster. Some of these snakes cause some funny deals. I got a buddy of mine that, and I know y'all know people like that. If he buys something, it's got to be the best. You know, all the frills and bells. And he was a big duck hunter, and he was down on Matagorda Bay, and he had a big center console boat, big motor on the back of it, and was duck hunting with a over and under grade one Esco. Well, he got through duck hunting that morning and crawled back in that boat. Yeah, they do sure do that, son. But he crawled back in that boat and took off across that bay, and he run about 40 miles an hour. And he just happened to look down, and there was a rattler laying up in that console on the floor, you know. And he grabbed that shotgun and busted both barrels and went down the snake. He said, "You will not believe how fast a boat can sink when you blow two holes in the bottom of it running 40 miles an hour across the lake." He lost shotgun, motor, everything. Hello, Miss Steve. Oh, I'm doing great. We went back and got his boat out. It didn't sink. It just flooded it. But we never did find that shotgun. That was about a $2,000 shotgun 10 years ago. What you doing up, Cookie? I guess it's probably just you talking about that bait. When I used to drop line a whole lot in the spring, we'd start off and you start off with earthworms and catch the fire out of them, and then we'd change over and we'd go to shrimp, and then we'd go to shad. And it's, it's funny how it work out like that. And it still just tripped me out that y'all were catching all channels up there. The last time I went fishing on the river, we caught a bunch of fish. I don't know, about 30. And you've been down that road too, then, huh, Cookie? It, we were, we can't even think. We were drop lining one night and had a snake drop in the boat. And I was the only one left in the boat in about 3 seconds. So you didn't know there was this much lively late night stuff going on, huh? Trying to figure out where Rocky went. I never had blow the bottom out of a boat. I broke the tips on a couple of bass rods when I wanted to start crawling up the motor. Or, hello, Mr. Roy. Howdy do you too? Hello, Linda. Oh, I'm doing great. About to get my eyes uncrossed from them dilated yesterday. Woo. Hello, Bear Duck. I think we all need to go to Linda's house and get the swimming pool, cool off. I'm not much on playing around in water until it really gets hot like it is now. Then, okay. You may pick you up on the way out there, Cookie? Mr. Roy, what are you up to? Damn, we gonna get frostbite, Roy. Yeah, we got a norther coming in here. It done dropped down to 91. T, are you getting along all right tonight? Uh oh. Mine is strawberry split 4 ways, you know. I mean, it's already cooked, Roy. All right, Miss Perry Dust. You have a good one, gal. I guess I said hello to you when you came in. When I had you. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. My eyes are still about half messed up, but other than that, I'm doing good. That'll be all right for in the morning. Huh. Well, that's a new one. Only trouble about me, I'll cook a pan of cornbread and it'll last a day. I know Roy don't like it, but I like to put a little butter on that cornbread and eat some of it. He eat it with a meal, but then after it gets cold, then it's going in that milk. I love cornbread milk. Yeah, you just set it out on the outside your camper. The bad part about it, Cookie, here in Texas, we're staying within a couple of degrees of what Roy's putting up with. Yeah, hard to beat a big old bowl of pinto beans and a little slice of onion. That's the only thing I like onion on when I'm eating beans and cornbread. I like onion in. We need to round that corner off a little bit, man. But you talking about a quart fight, Fred up? Miss T, you have a great one, gal. Yeah, I got that one I'm gonna go to in October. Well, y'all gonna try to have it up there where Amy's at? You have a good night. See, don't get in any trouble. Well, Amy's in Abilene. Yeah, Abilene. That's about 2 hours from me. And then in October they'll have that Lollapalooza there in Abilene State Park. Where are you gonna be? Fairy dust will be coming through that way. Hang on just a minute. I gotta get a pack. Hey, RV, how you doing tonight, RV? Hmm. All right, Mr. Cookie, get you some sleep. We ain't gonna be on here too much longer anyway. Is that all on one system or on two systems, Roy? Put you over 2,000 watts on it. Three systems, okay. Hello, Lacey. How you doing, girl? All right, very does. You have a good one, girl. That's bad when you forget about how many systems you got. You're gonna have to start on batteries before long now, aren't you, Roy? You gonna go with the lithium battery? Have you been reading anything about these lithium, sodium sodium ion batteries? I know the lithium batteries are still coming down. Yeah, I know it. Over them pine trees, it do get hot too. Hmm. I don't know what that is, Roy. Before I bought them sodium ions, I'd look at those. Before I bought the lithium, I'd look at those sodium ion batteries. Look like that's going to be the deal. They're building plants all over the world to build them things. Yeah, yeah. That buddy of mine just put two of them in that bass boat of his. He's got one of those trolling motors that works off of GPS. It keeps you right over the same spot. And before he was running a lead acid battery, 100 amp hour, plumb flat dead. You put two of them lithiums in there, and man, he ain't even touch it. Yeah, I say now that might be a if anybody got any sense, lithium or sodium ion. See now, if somebody used their damn head. If they put them desalination plants in there in California, start making fresh water, and all that salt, well, they can put that back into batteries, and that keeps the ocean from coming up, flooding everything. He, there's answers to all of it, but nobody make no money off of it, I guess. Don't think they do, Roy. Uh, though, from everything I've read, they charge like in a third the time that the lithium batteries do. run them down. They got a lot more cycles than the lithium, and the only thing I think they've had some fires out of it. I think that's the one thing they've had trouble with. You got a few months to look at them. Well, even the lithium batteries takes a different charger. Yeah, they charge up at 14 something. That buddy of mine just bought one of those chargers to charge your bass boat. Oh, and the other thing is that you could charge those sodium ion batteries below freezing. For the lithium, if you it don't hurt to use the lithium below freezing, you just can't charge it. Well, I know Germany and Japan and U.S. and one more country are all building big plants for those sodium ions, so there must be something to them. From what I understand, it'll charge them, it just won't charge them 100%, charge them about 80%. Yeah, the government's scrambling too. Here in Texas, they claim if you got an electric vehicle, they add a $200 fee on your license plate. I think a few other states are doing it too. On my dairy league where I used to hunt, I bought a electric golf cart, charger, and all that mess they use. Well, I put up with that thing for about a year, sold it to a guy there, and then went and bought one that was gasoline powered. I guarantee you that gasoline powered one was outdo that electric all the hell. And about every 2 or 3 years, you got to invest in a new set of batteries, which I think was at that time was $700-800. That old golf cart of mine still going. Knock on wood. I use it nearly every day. got me wanting to build a little pod with self-contained. Yeah, that's been around a long time, Harvey. When I was a kid, boy, that was a lot of years ago. There was a kid took a lawnmower engine and was running it off hydrogen. Man, that was in the 60s. Well, this ain't nothing new. And there's a town somewhere in Arizona, and I guess it's still there. But everything in that town, the buses and everything else, all ran off hydrogen. Toyota swears up and down it's got a hydrogen motor that you just put all the rest of the stuff to shame. We played with it a little bit here. You can take a couple of welding rods and drop in a glass of or a jar of water, put your lid on it and a straw off the top of it, hit that thing with some electricity and it'll go to bubbling. And you reach up there and light that straw and it's the prettiest blue flame you ever saw, and that's just hydrogen. A lot of people fight the hydrogen because they don't know how in the hell they can control it. Yeah, but they'll figure out some kind of way to charge you for it. They're done starting to scramble just over these electric vehicles. You look at how much tax there is on a gallon of fuel. Ooh, yeah, they're already doing that. Yeah, everybody be peeing in the gas tank. Yeah, government's a funny deal. More people and more money, and they don't ever think about cutting back. All they think about is just taxing more and spending more. Well, folks, by the time we shut this thing down and get a little sleep if I can, it's actually got down to 88. It's cooling off. But I appreciate y'all coming in. I hope y'all have a good night.